Good morning and welcome to day 23 of the Tacoma build-up. Final week!
Brought to you in part by Alpine Toyota, Martech Engineering, and in part by...
Now obviously, there's zero consequences if we don't get this thing done in 30 days. It was just the goal I set out to try to accomplish. And depending on parts, we should be able to do it.
But first, before he does anything to the taco, I need to steal him to do some stuff to my 4Runner.
It turns out one of the track bar bolts loosened off a little bit, so since we got this back on the road, it has been bolt checked, but I mean, it's been 8 months and we've literally touched every bolt on that thing, right? So tighten this up for you and you'll be on the road again.
Woo!
You're good to go, Stan.
Yay, thank you.
You're welcome. I guess we'll start off where we left off yesterday, which would be running the brake line from the third link over to this side caliper. Now on the other side, the conversion brake line was just this little itty bit of hard line. On this side, however, it's got to come over here, up over the pumpkin, and connect to the soft line over here somewhere. Deburr it, forward line on one side, and flare. Then goes the Toyota fitting, and flare. And flare, and flare, and flare. Now, in the truck. So for now, I'm gonna say these brake lines on the front are essentially done. There's a good chance I might have to redo them or redo some of the mounting and stuff on it because I don't know if everything is gonna clear as it is when the front axle is at full flex and, like, let's say the tire is completely stuffed here. Will the track bar clear it? Will the lines clear the oil pan where they're coming down that upper link mount? I don't know. It looks like it'll be close, but I don't know for sure. See this little tab here that is holding the brake line in place? All that is one of these little brackets here that I have bent up and then welded to the axle housing itself there, which would allow me to put a zip tie through one of those holes. And hey, while I'm down in this wheel well, that reminded me that there's a big old hole in my firewall where the steering shaft goes through. If we look back here, this is the steering shaft. It used to come through the firewall at the bottom and shot straight down, so the plate that was here just won't work anymore. And I actually made this when I was at Ryan's house when we actually did the SAS to solve it. This is actually the original plate. There used to be a big bulge here where the shaft used to come out. I actually siliconed this big old piece of rubber to it with a hole in it. So this here is where the steering shaft now lines up. And I don't think this is quite good enough, so I'm gonna cut out another piece of steel that lines up with these holes, and it's gonna come down and wrap around this. So this whole bottom portion doesn't have to be rubber. So I decided to paint that steering shaft before I put it back in. So now, me and Phoenix here, just wait for paint to dry. Check out what just got dropped off. A pair of headlights. So while we wait for paint to dry, let's toss these guys in. These are not the Tacoma Beast ones we're expecting to show up. These are actually just a borrowed pair of headlights in the meantime because I've got no idea where they are. They were shipped forever ago and they keep getting stuck and delayed in shipping. So I can't modify these guys, but I can at least use them for mock-up. These guys fit awfully nice into the fiberglass, and this top mount lines right up. Let's throw the grill in. So if the headlight's in, the steering shaft is dry enough. Let's throw it in. There we go. And up, 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 up. Up. There we go. Alright, so we plated the firewall where the steering shaft goes in. We bolted up the headlights. We also ran that one brake line this morning. And I think I want to end this video by trimming the bumper. I was waiting to trim the bumper until I got the fiberglass on so I could see where the body line goes. You can kind of see here, this body line continues straight down, and I can cut all that off. Realistically, I want to cut from the body line straight down at a corner, but for now, I'm going to take off just a bit, and then we'll do the full trim when we can, well, get the filler pieces in and get a real good idea of what it looks like. Yeah, this is obviously quite the rough cut. With the wheel travel I'm going to have on this truck, I'm going to have to take a whole bunch out of it, honestly. I could test my steering angles, make sure it's not hitting this. At ride height, everything clears nice. Anyways, guys, that about wraps up the video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you give me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button. And hey, make sure you subscribe because we are daily vlogging until this truck's built. Anyways, catch you tomorrow. Peace.